You know, they say those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. And wandering the empty streets and houses and roads of Appalachia, I've come across a lot of stories, some of them sad, some of them happy, but in the interest of not forgetting them, of remembering the people who came before us, I started cataloging them. I hope someone will find these holotapes someday and that you'll remember them and remember, well, me. So, I am Warren, and welcome to History Repeated. Mining has always been the heart and soul of Appalachia. The clang of picks and the hum of machinery were like music to the ears. These proud men and women were born in the hills and cut their teeth on the rocks. The music of the miner brought industry to all who heard it. Mining operations, trade deals for fuel and government, they flowed just as freely as the ore and the oil. All was well. The song was not without sour notes, however. The corporations wanted results, more material and at a faster pace. The miners wanted fair wages and safe working conditions. So began the rise of the Union. Some would call it communism. Some people just called it bad for business. So, the miners were replaced with machines. The whir of a robot replaced the sweat of a human brow. Picket lines rose and profit margins fell. The song of the miner was beginning to falter. Then came the Great War. In one final, deafening note, the whole song fell silent. Man, machine, corporation, it didn't matter much. The sweet song of the Blue Ridge Mountains stopped. Walk the land today and all you'll find is empty factories and scorched monsters. There's whole towns out there full of nothing but ghosts and bad memories. Maybe them folks from the vault will recolonize whenever it opens. I'd tell they were the best and the brightest. One can only hope, right? Or maybe the fire and the monsters will just eat this land. The Appalachian miner is gone. But as long as you tell our story, we have something left to hold on to. Please, tell it to the vault dwellers. Let them know who we were. We were hard workers. We were proud. We were your neighbors, your friends. We were the sons and daughters of these mountains. And now we're gone. Deep within the server room, the tapes still spin on the reel. The processor is still plugging away, crunching numbers, archiving data. Do you think machines can get lonely? The routine office noises have ceased. There's no more talking by the water cooler. There are no more footsteps of sharply polished shoes making their way across the tile. The machine no longer gleams with that dapper black paint job because there's no more janitor to come by at night and wipe it down. The lights have begun to flicker in the past couple days. If the machine could make sense of the data it's archiving, it might have a growing sense of concern that the Monongah power plant has failed. It might even feel afraid as reports of brownouts roll across the county, eventually leading to total silence from the power grid nodes. But unfortunately, the machine can't understand. It doesn't know why the lights are going dim. It doesn't know why the processor's struggling to function. It doesn't know why the office is always empty nowadays. It just knows the tape reels are slowing down and slowing down and This next story is short. At least, short for you and I. Unfortunately, it was probably a long story for her. Isn't the story of someone's life always long? Long, but a conversation worth having. I couldn't even find a holotape. Not even a note left. Just a gap. A silence. When you walk into the AVR Medical Center, near the main entrance, to your left is a porta-diner, and laying there, hand outstretched, is a woman's remains in a yellow skirt. The food was probably gone. Hospital might have been empty. Her last moments were probably pushing the button, hearing the two movements of the arm, then a pause, the scrape of claws on ceramic, then two more movements, and a whirring belt. And no reward, no pie. How did she get here? How long did she stand in line waiting? Two movements, a pause, the scrape of claws, two more, a whirring belt. Nothing. Did she come here because she was hurt? Was she sick? Nothing. Do it again. Two movements, a pause, the scrape of claws, two more, a whirring belt. Nothing. Did she have a family member or maybe a friend go missing? Was there somebody at home waiting for her to bring back medicine? Nothing. Do it again. Two movements, a pause, the scrape of claws, two more, a whirring belt. Nothing. She thinks, I can make it, I'll be fine. I just need enough energy to get home. I just want to go home. Two movements, a pause, the scrape of claws, two more, a whirring belt. Nothing. Eventually the button pressing would stop. The movements of the mechanical arm would stop. The grinding of a roller belt would stop. The crying would stop. And the medical center grew quiet. It was time to rest.